Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're having a great day. Today we're going to be doing a little something different. You know, in the beginning this channel actually started off as a home improvement channel, trying to showcase all the improvements that my wife and I have done on this house that we purchased a few years ago. We've been working on it for, man, probably over 5 years now. It was at one point that we purchased this house, and for 2 years we worked on it while we lived in our other house. We'll get up early in the morning, come here and work, and after work we'll come here and work until late at night and go home, go to sleep, and wake up and do it again. We did that for like 2 years, and all day on the weekends. And also I'll insert some pictures of some of the things we've done. We worked on the interior of the house so far. You know, we replaced all the flooring in the house, painted all the walls. At least my wife painted all the walls. Rebuilt the entire kitchen. I hand built all the cabinetry in the kitchen. Everything in the house has been done. It's almost a new house on the inside. And I just recently replaced the HVAC. So, and we just replaced the roof and the soffits and gutters on this house too. So now we're working on the outside. And we have to do a lot of landscaping. I'll just show you what we got going on right here, for at least right now. Yeah. And so this area, this entire area right here is gonna be a planting bed. And these are some of the shrubs that we're going to be planting here. Right here, this is just some of them, and this is just for this area. This is a pretty big area right here. And plus, we're going to be landscaping that area also. And, you know, getting this all nice and pretty. Right here, I'm standing in front of this nice Rivian blue R1T right here. And this is a loaner. Actually, my vehicle's in the shop. Hopefully, I can pick it up today. But yeah, so this is why I say the Rivian R1T is the most versatile vehicle on the planet. You can off-road this thing, you know, you can off-road with the best of them. You can outrun a supercar, you know, from 0 to 60 in 3 seconds, pretty quick. And plus, it's a good road tripper, and it's good for if you're a homeowner, if you want to. It's like all these shrubs, I was able to put them back in the Rivian R1T and transport them here. And also, a part of my move over to electrification is I just purchased this RYOBI tiller right here, and this is a 40-volt tiller, and I'm going to be putting it together. Either me or my wife is going to be putting this together, and we're going to be using this to till up this land and to put some compost in, some peat moss to make the land really fertile for us planting our shrubs, and then putting down our top cover, whether it be rocks or mulch. We haven't decided yet. But that's going to be, you know, if you want to be a part of this journey, it's great. And if this content is not something you're interested in, just feel free to just click off and move on to something else. But yeah, but this is what we're going to be doing here. So I'm going to be unboxing this RYOBI tiller here. And so anyone who's interested in getting one of these things, this is going to be a full, honest review. And I did purchase all of this with my own money. And this thing was quite expensive. This was $999 at the Home Depot, but they had it on sale for $100 off. And plus, since I'm retired military, I was able to get a 10% discount. So I got it right around about $800. That's still really expensive. So, but we have a lot of land here. We're on over 5 acres of land here. So, and my wife plans on planting a garden because we want to be self-sustaining. And that's why I'm moving over to electric items here. And I just replaced our HVAC with a heat pump, you know, so we can move over to electrification and also take more advantage of solar panels now that we increased our electrical load and increased it or speed up the return on investment, because who knows what our electrical bill is going to be now, since we won't be going, you know, transfer a lot of gas items over to electric. Well, let me go ahead and open this box up here. And we're going to see what we have. And I personally never used a tiller before. So, we're just opening this up and see we have just some packing material here. And here. And right here we have a charger, and this thing does come with 4 lithium-ion batteries, so that's a dual charger. And I probably need to get these things charged up. And obviously I have the instructions right here. And after I go through these items, I will be you know, obviously looking at the instructions to put this together. But I just set these off to the side. And we just take this out. And this is obviously the push handle. And yeah, it's got a nice soft grip on it. And I got this because this one is self-propelled. And you know, you could have saved money getting the gas one. Yes, I could have purchased the gas one for like $500. But as I was looking at this tiller, I was looking at all the different parts, you know, oil, gas, air filters, and oil. It was just like, no, I'm tired of doing that type of maintenance. And this is be more headache free. And, oh, okay. So I'm trying to find the batteries in here. See, right here I have the tines. I'm not sure they come out of here some type of way. So I have the tines here. I believe that's how you pronounce it. And there's an L on it for left side. And an R for right side. And this is a box that you use to you can put sand in here to weigh this down. And I did purchase some sand right here to weigh it down. All right, just set that over there. Yeah, not sure what this part is, but we'll find out. Ah, still no batteries. Interesting. Ah, this thing is supposed to come with batteries, but we have some parts here. All the parts and the shear pins, which I hear in this one, I looked at some reviews and people were saying these shear pins break pretty easy, but I think that's part of a design. It's designed that way to protect the tines. So I did order some extra shear pins, but unfortunately it won't be here for a few days. So if they break, it might shut the operation down. Okay, what else do we have here? Let's see if I can pull this thing out the box. This seems to be quite heavy. Oh, well, maybe not. Take some more of this stuff out here. Got something in here. Seems to be pretty heavy. Oh, okay, this is it. I guess like the depth thing that goes on the back of the tiller. And the side guards and the back guard here, this brake looking thing. Let's put this here. Oh, we have some nice wheels here. And these are 14 by 5s. These are pretty big. And that's the right side. And we have the one for, it's got to be for the left side if that's for the right side. Oh, it does. Right here it has the L on it. And under here are the batteries. And this is a 6 amp hour, 40 volt lithium ion battery right here. And let's see if they have any charge. Oh, no. So I'm gonna have to charge this up. I'm gonna just see if I can lift this out of here now. And so here are the other 3 batteries, and I'm going to go ahead and get these charged up, and I'll be back a little later. I already ran into a problem with this installation. Looking at the instructions, just the first step, I'm supposed to install a handle here, and it's showing 4 bolts and 4 washers and 4 nuts, lock nuts, and this only had 3. Luckily, and then they just put all the parts in this plastic, and there's no list of parts or anything. Like, luckily I had this from a basketball hoop we installed, and then this lock nut so happened to be the right size for this. So yeah, RYOBI, perhaps you should package your things in a manner like this, especially something that costs so much money. There's no parts list, so I'm not sure what is supposed to be in here. Just throw all of this stuff in this little thin bag like this, and yeah, pretty poor quality right here. So I'm not right now, I'm not impressed whatsoever. So luckily I was able to find one, otherwise I wouldn't have been able to put this thing together. So, and who knows what else I'm missing. So if I'm already missing the first step, there's probably other stuff that's not here too. But let me go ahead and so I just had to rant. And so I just picked this up, and then this is in here already. So that was the missing nut. It'd have been nice to know that, but yeah. So I wasted a lot of time trying to figure this out and find something that was right here the whole time. I don't know why they put this in here. Maybe it's a quality control error, I don't know. Still, my criticism stands. There's still no parts list, and they put all this stuff in this flimsy bag. And there's no instructions that say that this thing is even attached. I didn't even think to look here. So go ahead and get this on. So we got this on. I just use my ratchet, and this is a 13 millimeter. So it does come with some tools, but whatever. It'll be forever. Yeah, this is a ratchet wrench. And so the next step after that is to connect this cord after you get this on. And you just line it up with the, there's a little detent right here. And you just line these up in this slot. Okay, and then the next step is to put this piece on here. And like I said, the instructions are not clear again as far as what screw we thinking is might be this. So we'll see. And it does come with the hex key. And so hopefully this will work. But we'll see. All right, next step is this sandbox here, and this is to add weight to the front of it. And you just take this top off, and this has these 4 bolts and 4 wing nuts and 4 washers. And this goes on like this. The next step is the wheels, and of course you have a right and a left wheel, and they don't give clear instructions as far as which way is right or left with the machine. Is it left from the front or left from the rear? And so we just figured it's left from the rear. Figure the rear, you got the air holes right here. Obviously it goes to the outside, and it appears the reels will rotate this way in order to gain some traction. So we're gonna go with this way, hoping it's the right way. So it's going to be this second hole. Oh, you have to use this tool here to get this little nut on. And this hex key that comes with it. The next step is to put on the tines, and there's a left and a right side. And according to the instructions, it says, you know, stand it up like this, and from the rear. You know, so this will be the left side. This is a very important step because you don't want to get this backwards. And it actually has an L on here for left, and there's a R on there for right. And there's a little hole right here, so this only can go in one way. And this goes towards the outside, like this. Then line the holes up. And then I'll stick my power pin in, or a shear pin. And then I'll put the same with the right side. That's a little different. That's toward the middle on this one. And same thing. Got my shear pin in. Okay. And with this mud flap, it's still not fully seated. You know, we couldn't, you know, this, we could not get that hex key into this little hole. It looks like it's not machined properly. I'll see what I can do about that later, go through my tools and see if I have one that fit in there. But these little screws here, and it does come with this little tool here to put them in. So we'll see if this works. And the way it goes in, you see how this is indented right here? It goes in like that. And you'll put one in the top 3 holes. Yeah, it's getting hot. This hot sun hitting it. So the next step are these longer screws here, and you're gonna put it through the flap. And of course, you get 2 of these. And this is basically so it can adjust up and down here. And so this goes through here. And then you put a spacer here because this needs to move. And then next step is to attach it into this hole here. And I didn't tighten these other ones up down all the way just in case I need to adjust this. And I'll tighten this all up in the end. Matter of fact, the instructions say kind of keep it loose, right? And I'm gonna put the other one on. These things are getting hot, they've been sitting in the sun. And I'll repeat the same thing on this side. Let's put the screw in, spacer. Okay, next up is to put these adjustment knobs on, and they go right here in this back hole right here. And I still haven't fully tightened all these things down yet, so I'm just gonna put this in. Then I'm gonna tighten the rest of these down. And this is how you adjust them. We're just leaving in this position here. And repeat the same thing on this side. And this step here is the depth bar. So you put it through this slot here, and this faces to the rear. And then you have to pull this up. This is one of the spring-loaded things here. And then the next step would be to put the handle on. And this is this and this right here. Probably need a lock washer. Did you even show a lock washer on this? Maybe not. Okay. Installation. I'm just trying to take some of this plastic stuff off of here so I can open this up. And so you have the space for 4 batteries in here. And this is a battery right here. This is a 6 amp hour battery and 40 volts. And you can test the charge on this by pushing this button here. And you probably can't really tell, but this is fully charged. I didn't see how long it takes to charge. I do have to put another one on the charger. And this one has AABB in here. And so then these batteries go in like this. And it's spring loaded. And so, and this is a safety feature. Like if you hit a bump or something, to actually eject the battery to keep from hurting the machine. And I'll just put another one here too. And just check the charge on this one. This is fully charged. And this is only, we're using one side at a time. So it has 240 volt batteries, and I guess that's for a total of 80 volts. And I'll just put these on this side. And the way this works is you get this key, and depending on which way this arrow is pointing, whether it's charging a pair, using pair A or pair B. And so right now I'm just going to put it like this because I know these are fully charged. And one of these isn't fully charged. I think it's this one right here. Yeah, this one's not fully charged, so I'm going to put that back on the charger. But I just want to show you how it goes in. And then after this, we're going to show you how this thing works. And see you right back. All right, the next step. I'll put some sand in here. I did make a pass, and this works pretty well, actually. But I'm going to put some sand in here. And this is just some play sand I got from the Home Depot. And I'm going to see if this makes a difference. So there we go. So that should be about 25 pounds or so. Okay, so I'm just go ahead and put this in transport mode. And so basically you hit this, button here, and then pull these up, and so the tines won't be moving. I'm going to turn this around. And this also can go in reverse. And so you have a forward, and then based on how far you push this ahead, it's depending on how fast it go, or I can put it in the reverse. Let me turn it up, put it in transport mode. Let's see if I can back it up. Oh, don't want to back it up too much. So now I'm going to make a pass. I'm going to hit the power button, and the green light comes on. And I'm just going to put it halfway like this, and all you do is pull this up and hold on. And this is on this highest setting actually, so it's doing a pretty good job, I have to say. I'm going to keep running a few more passes, and we just see how long this battery lasts. I am charging the other one up. It should be charged here pretty soon. And also we just ordered some topsoil and some compost. We're really trying to get this really ready, you know, for the all the shrubs and plants that we put in here. You really want them to thrive. So soil preparation is a big part, and you can probably be spending some hours, if not days, preparing the soil. So but it's worth it. So if you're putting in $2,000–3,000 worth of trees, this thing right here will pay for itself by itself. So I'll see you all back later. Check the battery health of this. Oh, okay, I'm down to 2 bars in here. And so yeah, I'm down to about half the battery life. I made more than a few passes right here. And went all the way. This is a pretty decent sized area right here. Forgot what the measurements are, but it's pretty deep. So yeah, it's doing a pretty good job. And one of the things it will do is, so people won't think this is a flaw, but it's designed like this. So if it hits if you hit a bump, or if it hits something they think it might be bogged down, it'll actually pop a battery up. And it's designed like these things are spring loaded. So it's designed to do that, to protect the machine. So I'm gonna keep going, and I'm gonna and also you gotta be careful what's below. I just hit a buried downspout, so I'm gonna have to dig this out and fix that, because obviously the downspout is not gonna work if it's full of dirt. So yeah. So unfortunate event, you know. So if you have any berry sprinklers or anything like that, or berry wires, we did have the services come out and mark all our our power lines and communications lines, just so we know not to hit one. So, but yeah, so far this thing's working great. I was expecting, you know, a lot worse, you know, based on some reviews, and maybe it was user error, I don't know, but we'll find out. I'll keep using this and see if my shear pins end up breaking, which is possible. They're kind of designed to do that to protect the tines, and I did order some more from RYOBI just in case, but we'll see. Yeah, but so far so good, and I'm gonna keep on going, and I'll give a final wrap up here in a few hours. Okay, so I'm back, and you know, we've been working on this for a while, and I'm just going to give you a little last demo of this and do a little wrap up of this machine here. I'm going to go ahead and turn this thing on and just give you an idea of how this thing works. Again, you saw before, but what we have done off video is that we ordered 10 yards of compost, and we had to shovel all of that stuff and put it in here. And see, it looks quite different than it did before. And just to give you an idea what it looked like before. And I did till some of this too, but it looked like this. This is what it looked like, and this is hard clay. This stuff is like concrete. So this is not going through anything that is, you know, easy to go through. It's a lot of rock, a lot of roots. And this thing cut right through it. So I'm just giving you an example of how well this tilled this stuff. And I did go back over it again. Once we got all the compost down, I tilled it again. So I tilled it just the bare dirt. And then once we put the compost down, I tilled it again and mixed it all in and really improved the drainage of the soil. But let me just show you how this thing works again and how well it works. And also, as a tip, do you see how we're shaking like this? And I'm just going to show you a tip of how you can help solve that. And like I said, we did put sand in here, so it gives some weight in the front, and I highly recommend you do this. It makes it so much easier to maneuver this. But let me show you again. You see how it's jumping? And the way to solve that is just lift up on it. Lift up on the back, and you see. And I just want to give you an example. Just look at this. Look how, and this is our soil mixed in with this compost. And just look at this now. Look at this. That is some nice soil now. And that should really help with the drainage. I mean, look how deep this is. It's not even near as deep as it can go. But yeah, excellent. So yeah, very impressed with this thing. Easy to use. You don't even need hearing protection because it's not that loud. Very powerful. You can reverse it if you want, you know, so it does have transport mode on it. And so if you want to move it, you know, you just lift it up and you can reverse it, or you can do, you know, forward. And I probably already talked about this, but now let's talk about some of the drawbacks. The batteries, when they die, you can't move this thing. This thing is like, you know, try to move it, you know, so you can't. Yeah, so these batteries dead, that's it. You gotta just muscle it some kind of way. So it'd be nice if there was a way to kind of disengage the tire so you can move it. And another drawback is the amount of time that it takes to recharge these batteries. And I'm gonna give you another tip. And these are lithium-ion batteries. And right here is 4 in here. And you know, these are fully charged here. But these are not, these are depleted. And this battery's been warm. This has been sitting here for some hours. And so another tip is that in order for these things to charge, they have to cool down first. And you can look at the operating range. I think they say don't use them and try to recharge it in temperatures over 100 degrees. Today, the heat index is like 110 out here. So I tried to recharge these things. They wouldn't recharge. It'll take like an hour and a half just to cool the batteries down. And I was trying to do it in my garage. So what I did is I took them in the house and I set the charger on the vents, on our air conditioned vents. And I put all the batteries on the vents. And that helped really speed up the charging process. And so just as some advice, do not charge these in a high garage or anywhere outdoor where the ambient temperature is kind of warm. It's best to have these in a cool location. If you read the instructions, it says the same thing. The lithium ion batteries don't like heat. And another tip I'm going to give you is just put one set of batteries in here at a time, because what's going to happen is when these batteries heat up, it's going to heat up the other set also. And like I said, the heat lithium ion battery, I'm not even sure if these are lithium ions. It does say lithium. It could be iron phosphate. I'm not sure what the battery chemistry is, but these things don't like heat. So I highly recommend that you keep one set cool in a cool location, and then have your other set that you're working in here, because the heat from these batteries is going to transfer to these batteries. It's going to really shorten the life that you have to till. So just take that with a grain of salt. But yeah, but overall my impression of this, and you see this is a pretty big area right here. This is a very nice sized area, and some of the worst clay that you can imagine. Very poor drainage. But this thing, I gotta give it 2 thumbs up. Now the only thing I'll say, I would rather it charge faster. Batteries are expensive, they're like $200 a pop. So if you're tilling a large area, you might want to have a bunch of extra batteries on hand, so you can keep tilling. But we were able to make it work in this area, and then we do have that area, going to get this area finished up. They're going to work on that other area at the same, do the same thing. Probably have to order like 10 yards of compost again, do the same thing all over again, get the family back out. And that's what we're about. We're a working family. So, and we do a lot of this work on our own. Oh yeah, one other thing, this does have an adjustable handle on it. So, I was tilling like this before, like I say, you got to lift it up, and I found myself like this. And so you can adjust this handle, so you can take it up to this level, and it was better for me. So if you're taller, and then so if I needed to lift it up, I can just push it instead of pulling up on it. I can just push it forward. And I'll just give you an example. So I can just push it up. So, and also you can it can go up this high too. So if you're trying to store it, then you just store it like this. So it won't take up too much space in your shed or your garage. Let me know if you have any questions in the comment section. I do recommend this. This thing is expensive, but depending on what you're using it for. I mean, as far as us, it was worth it for me anyway. It made this a whole lot easier. So I highly recommend it. I will leave a link in the description for it. And let me know what you think in the comment section. If you have any comments about the landscaping, or if you'd like to see more of this, let me know, because we will be putting more of this, because we got a lot of work to do. We had to get back to work. There's a lot of things to build. So also, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. But that's all I have for today. I'd like to thank you for joining me once again, and I can't wait to see you on the next video.